guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and demo of the new Anastasia stick foundation. This is what it looks like here in the packaging. I was super excited to try this out because I think it's a fairly inexpensive foundation, and also it's geared towards oily and combination skin, which is what I have. So I was super excited to try this foundation out, and honestly I've never tried out a stick foundation, so I thought why not give this one a shot. So basically, let me tell you guys a little bit about the product. There are, let's see, 28 shades in the range, which I think is a very wide range of shades for foundation. It looks like they cover everything from the light, shades. There's a lot of medium shades to the dark, deep shades. I think Norvina put a lot of effort trying to make this, like a very universal foundation where everybody can find a shade for themselves. Basically what it says on the Anastasia website is it's a highly pigmented buildable cream formula that leaves a natural matte finish. You can apply it as an all-over foundation, sheer out as a tinted moisturizer, or for highlighting and contouring. Basically it just says it's lightweight, the tubes are perfect for travel and on-the-go touch-ups, and ideal for combination or oily skin. So this is what the packaging looks like here. Comes in a twist-up tube. And this is the product. You get, let's see, 0.32 ounces, and these run $25 a piece. The foundation sticks, the highlighting sticks, as well as the contour sticks, I believe, are all $25 a piece. They're on sale, I know, on the Anastasia website. I don't believe they're in Sephora yet. I just checked the website and they still weren't up. I did find mine at my Ulta store, but they didn't have all the shades. They just had like a couple ones, and there were only like two samples. Or not the samples, what are they called? Two testers. So it was really hard to find my shade. I mean, on the Anastasia website, they have a lot of pictures. Even like on their Instagram, there's a lot of different models and like swatches that you can find online. So I was kind of trying to look everywhere. It's kind of hard to pick out your foundation without seeing it in the store. But I went with the shade Golden, and honestly, it's a hair too dark. Like I can make it work now once I have on my highlight or my concealer and bronzer and everything, but I don't think I'll be able to wear this through fall and winter just because it's a little too dark for me. So I might take this back and get another shade. But basically, to give you guys kind of my thoughts and opinion on this so far, I definitely agree that it's a natural matte. It's definitely not a flat matte by any means. It's very creamy and easy to blend out. It is buildable. I would say it's more like a medium pushing full coverage. It's not like the heaviest full coverage foundation, but it's a nice medium, I think, like everyday wearable foundation for me personally. So I really like it. I'll probably wear this a lot to work. But I think it just looks very nice. It's very natural, nothing too like heavy, cakey, or flat. And so I really like that, especially with oily skin. I mean, it's nice because you want a mattifying foundation that's going to last you throughout the day. But personally, I just don't like a flat matte. I feel like it just makes my face look, I don't know, just like heavy and cakey. And it's just not a personal favorite of mine. So I really liked the actual formula of this foundation. I think it's very nice. It feels very comfortable on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. And it doesn't feel sticky on the face. I feel like it sets very nicely, and it actually sets pretty quickly. So I'll kind of show you guys in the demo. I'm going to test out half of my face with the Beauty Blender and half with the brush. Personally, I like the way that the brush blends it out better, and you get a little more coverage. Whereas with the Beauty Blender, it's kind of more of a sheer coverage. So if that's what you're into, that'll definitely kind of sheer things out. What else? So far, so good. I'm really happy with this foundation. Let's see, what time is it? So it is about 3:30 right now, and I will check in with you guys later throughout the day to see how the foundation's wearing, but I think it's very beautiful, very nice natural finish. Alright guys, so first off, I'm going to prime my skin. I'm using the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer and just rubbing that mostly in my T-zone and then dragging the rest out, whatever's left on my hands. And I am going to color correct a bit just because I do have some dark acne scars at the moment. With my NYX green color corrector, and then I'm going in with the Anastasia stick foundation in the shade Golden. And as you can see, I just took it to half of my face, and I'm first testing out a Beauty Blender to see whether I like the Beauty Blender or the brush better. So the foundation blends out really nicely with the Beauty Blender, and honestly my sponge was not very damp. It was just slightly damp because I didn't want it to absorb a lot of the product, and I felt like it blended better that way. But the Beauty Blender
As always, kind of gives you more of a sheer finish in comparison to the brush, but it does blend nicely. So if you want more of a sheer, natural looking finish, I would go in with a beauty blender. And now I'm just taking this to the other half of my face. And as you can see, the foundation is a little bit too dark for my face, but it does match my body fairly well. But I think I'm going to have to get a lighter shade more for like the fall and winter months because I'm quite tan right now and I know this won't last throughout the rest of the year. But I'm going to go in and blend this out with my Real Techniques foundation brush. I absolutely love this little foundation brush, and I've tested out a couple different brushes with this foundation, and I feel like this one just works the best. I don't know why, but it blends out the product so nicely, so I kind of stipple it into the skin and then slowly start like buffing it in more in like circular motions. And personally, I just like the way the application looks a lot better with the brush because you get more coverage. And this is, I would say it starts off as a very like lightweight foundation, maybe like a light medium, but it's definitely buildable, and I think you do get more coverage with the brush. So I just liked the way it applied better, and I did go in with a second application of the foundation to kind of the spots that I just needed some more coverage. I didn't take it to the entire face, but it is definitely buildable. It does not get cakey or heavy at all. And I think this is the part here where I'm taking it in just to some of my acne scarring and around my nose where I can get a little bit of redness. And it builds up very nicely. So I'm very impressed with this foundation overall. I think it's a great everyday foundation because it's not too heavy, not too cakey, and it just has a nice natural matte finish. Nothing too flat, nothing too drying, and I think it's just a great everyday foundation.
Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys. I just got home. I was out and about all day running errands. Went to go visit some friends. I even filmed another video, so I was sitting in front of the hot lights. So I kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, what the foundation is doing. It is, let's see, what time is it? It's 10:05 right now, so I've been wearing this for almost about 7 hours. And it's holding up fairly well. I mean, my bronzer's still in place, my highlight's still in place, but I'm definitely starting to get oily, like on my forehead and around my T-zone. Let me get a good look at the foundation. Yeah, it's starting to kind of wear off around my nose, my chin area, but for some reason I always like tend to touch my face right there. So, I mean, I'm definitely getting to the point where I need to blot and touch up right now. But I mean, 7 hours is a pretty long time, and I think it's held up fairly nicely. But if you have very oily skin like I do, you're definitely going to have to touch up throughout the day. I have worn this one other time to work, and I work 10-hour shifts. And I must say that it held up pretty nicely throughout the day with touching up a couple times, you know, either with blotting, like blotting sheets or a translucent powder. So overall, I think the wear time is fairly decent for this foundation.